Hello, beloveds, and welcome to another episode of Around the World with Tarot. I'm your host, Tanya Gonzalez, the tarot life coach, psychic medium, and spiritual teacher, healer, and author. I am so excited and grateful to share some adventures, some learning lessons, and some love with you through the tarot. I'll be sharing some of my personal stories as well as stories of people that I've worked with from around the world and some spiritual lessons too, and a bit of magic. So welcome. Let's all take a deep breath as I shuffle the cards and ask, what story do I need to share today? What lesson needs to be learned? Let's go around the world with tarot. So I'm being guided to pick the top two. And here we go. So I'm not looking yet. I don't even know what those cards are, but let's do it. Let's see what we've got. So we've got the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, two very magical cards. So let's get into it. How I'm feeling about this is when I was having a very dark night of the soul. I had been living in Spain. I was rooming with someone who had very negative and dark energy, and it was just invading me. I was drinking too much, smoking. I was trying to maintain being a spiritual teacher and a psychic from Spain with a difference of time. And what it really did was just create so much anxiety and tension and stress in me that a time that I thought I was supposed to be living it up, I was in Europe and I thought that's where I was supposed to be and experiencing this time in Madrid, and yet I was horribly miserable. And I didn't have enough money to get a ticket back, and I had nowhere to go, so I was like in this place of I felt stuck. And so the Eight of Cups is that energy that again allowed me to tell myself I must move forward. I must allow myself to really just to heal myself, to get myself where I needed to be. And that's why when I saw this Nine of Pentacles, I knew exactly where I needed to go with this. So I went from this really place of darkness, like I said, a dark night of the soul. And then I got enough money to get a ticket. I came back to Chicago. It was December. It was cold. It was snowing. And I said, oh my God, I cannot stay here. I said, Spirit, guide me where I need to go. So I created an experience where I was able to go down to Key West, and that experience forever changed my life. Because when I was living in Key West, I was a waitress, I was a hostess, I was a busboy. I was living in this house that was filled with the smell of cats. This woman took care of all the cats in Key West, and if you've ever been to Key West, you know what I'm talking about. You could smell the house a mile away. The thing is, I didn't have enough money. I didn't have any friends, and Key West is a very small and tight-knit community if you live there. And so I had to start at the bottom as a busboy at Blue Heaven. And then I became a hostess, and then I became a waitress at another place, at Southernmost Beach Cafe. I worked there. So if you've been to Key West, I worked there. And from there, I was skyrocketed to TV. And that is where the Nine of Pentacles comes in, because had I not been working, and every day I would see the sun rising on my way to my waitressing shift on my great purple bike, and I'd say, I know there's something meant for me. I know my great thing is coming. I know I'm ready for something. And in such a short period of time, so I moved there in January. This happened in July. It was right at my birthday month, and that's why I know that this is Pentacles, just like the painting of one of the tarot cards my husband has behind me. It was magical because I got an email that invited me to a TV show, and then I was there in Kiev, Ukraine for 9 months. So stay tuned for the next episode of Around the World with Tarot if you want to find out what the next story is and how I got to Ukraine and voted number 3 psychic in the world. Until next time, beloveds, again, I am Tanya Gonzalez, spiritual teacher, healer, author, and tarot life coach. Stay tuned for more. Peace and blessings.